Hello, welcome to my yoga class. I'm so glad you're here, and I think that the microphone is making a difference with it closer in. So I'm seeing some good numbers going up, so bear with me with the sound as I have this little ugly thing here. Let's start on our backs for our yoga class today and have any props that you know you need, anything handy. If you have a little space, make sure you have enough space to move around today. Don't want to be inhibited in any way. So coming into Shavasana, start to equilibrate in the body, just breathing in and sinking in. Let's roll those upper shoulders down and back. Let the heart come open. And bring one hand to the mid-abdomen and the other to the low abdomen. As we breathe in, inhale the lower abdomen to make the hand rise. And then the mid-abdomen. And then the upper chest. And exhale. Inhale into the low abdomen. Bring that into the mid-abdomen. And the chest. And exhale. Go at your own pace, slowing down the inhales. And as you get to the top of that inhale, really expand the breath, and then exhale everything top down. Following the breath this way, calm the mind. Relax the brain center, the eyes, welcoming yourself into your body, into your yoga practice. Good. And bend the knees, bring the feet to your mat. And grab the right elbow towards the chest and bring that arm across the body. And then you can let the knees fall over to the right. Coming into a reclined passive twist here. Inhale back to center. Take that right arm around the elbow, grab the elbow with the hand and pull the arm over to the right, and then let the knees fall to the left. Notice the breath. Can we elongate the spine and get deeper into our breath? Let's try that again. Inhale, switch the arms, knees over to the right. Last breath. Exhale, contract to pull that arm to the opposite side, knees over to the left. So we've been working on our arm balances recently. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Weave the fingers together behind the head and pull the elbows in and just give the back of the neck a nice stretch, chin to the chest, rolling into a little crunch here, but using the neck to get that stretch. And exhale down. Bend the knees, grab the toes, and pull the knees in towards the armpits, pressing the heels away and flattening the low back. And then you can raise the heels, keeping the toes, or you can just grab outsides of the calves in this forward fold on our back. Good. Exhale. Bend the knees, and you can roll to your side, or you can try a different way, rocking forward and back, grabbing the backs of the legs and rolling the spine, getting things a little more loosened up. And tuck the feet under, come to tabletop. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, roll the spine back. Contract those abs, hips over knees. Inhale, reach the chest forward, elbows back. And exhale down. Tuck the chin, stay at the navel. We're allowed to be navel gazers in this pose. Good. Do a couple more like that. And I'm going to adjust the light here. So as you can see, I have my Christmas tree. This is our holiday edition yoga. Okay. There we go. And then widen the knees slightly and bring the left, or let's start with the right. Let's bring the right hand wrist side towards the left edge of the mat. We're going to come into a twist here. So open up that left arm. And the reason why I have the wrist facing the long side of the mat is for a few reasons. Exhale, let's come out. Let's switch sides. So bringing the left to the center of the mat, the wrist crease is going to be parallel to the right edge of the mat. Open up that right arm and exhale down. Now I want you to take the wrist to fingers pointing back. Wrist side is facing front of the mat, and then drop that shoulder down. Pull the shoulder blade down the back. Yes, there's a stretch in the forearm, but use this dynamic to ground into the arm and lift the core. Navel center is pointing to the bottom of the mat, hips are back. Sit bones back. Open that left arm. Notice how the right shoulder wants to come up, the navel wants to go over to the left. Bring that navel back to center. Draw the core in, drop the shoulder. Sits bones back. Feel some strength building in the right obliques, right outer shoulder, under the arm. And exhale, back to center. Shake out that right hand if you need to. And pop the top of the wrist to the mat, as we've done in the past couple of classes, warming up our wrist. And then let's take it to the left side. So bring the left hand down, fingers are pointing towards the knees, wrist crease front of the mat, and then prep, engage that core, drop the left shoulder, and then let's open, using that oblique strength, the core strength, to open that right arm. I'm feeling a very strong stretch in that front of the wrist and forearm, and that's good. And then notice what that does to my shoulder. If I drop my shoulder, I can really engage this left side of my body. So this is going to come in handy in our side angles, in our twists, in our crow. Good. And then exhale, walk the hands out, drop the chest, come into puppy pose. Hips over knees, and melt the heart Rolling those outer shoulders down. Good. Swing side to side. Inhale, come up. Let's take our hands far back, keeping our knees together. Our hands are going to come quarter down the mat from the top. And then we're going to pull the elbows in, so the pointer fingers are parallel. Elbows in, let's come to Chaturanga with knees. Do some push-ups here. Yogi push-ups, okay? So pull everything into the core, elbows back. The further back your hands, the more core engages. So coming forward, look forward, elbows back, and press up. Let's do 5 more. Exhale, lower almost to the ground, hold, press up. You're using the side ribs, the back body, even the glutes, lower down. Lifting and reaching the chest. Let's take 2 more like this. Reach the chest forward, elbows back, and let the back body be what's active here. 1 more like this. Back of the body is down, core is engaged. Recruit the muscles to the low core. Exhale, push up. Come back into your child's pose. Curve over the legs. And then inhale, let's come to our down dog. Heels back, inner thighs back. Widen up the stance of the hands. Drop the head. And then let's lift both heels, lengthening out the front body. Biceps toward the ceiling. And then exhale, lower the heels. So find that center, and then we're going to stretch a little bit the side body. So lift the heels again, drop them over to the right, and place the right foot flat on the mat, and then left foot 2, and notice what this does to the side ribs, and all the way down, even the hip flexor, and then come even on the weight of the hands, and just kind of feel into that flow, right? Hips swing to the right, left hand centers, stretching out that left side body. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels over to the left. Place the left foot flat. Internal rotation. Drag, drop, pull those inner thighs and the hips back. And then the left hips can sway to the left and start to sort of wiggle in this little stretch on the right side of the body. Just playing with our weight and our tenacity. And then inhale, come to plank. Exhale, take a chaturanga. You can keep the knees lifted or not. Let's take a high cobra or baby cobra here. And exhale, child's pose, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, sweep it forward, left knee down. Inhale, come to crescent. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up. Lift the back knee, and again, pull that left shoulder down. And twist into this, using the core muscles, using the lower abdomen. So this also engages the glutes, which is level with that low abdomen twist. And exhale, come to plank. Take the vinyasa here. Inhale, left foot back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, sweep it forward, left wrist, right knee down. Inhale, come to crescent. Reach high, and then as you exhale, twist to the side, bringing that right hand down. Lift the right leg, and open up the body, but don't let that right shoulder kind of knock forward and up. Really press the top of the shoulder down. It's going to take core strength, some pectoral strength. Roll the right elbow back and then twist using that core strength. Everyone has a different side. Exhale. So staying playful. Plank, vinyasa. Upward dog. And downward dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press heels back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, upward. Take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands on shins. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bring hands, grab opposite elbows. Press the inner thighs back. Lift the kneecaps. And see if you can engage through pull up the energy through the feet, into the hips, and just let that cascade and relax down the spine. Nourishing, lengthening. And then inhale, look forward, heel toe the feet together. Slight bend to the knees, let's come all the way up. Reach to the top. And exhale, come to stand. Good, find your mountain pose here. Squeeze thighs back. Tailbone drops. Chest lifts. Create that pillar of strength. Lengthen the spine as ground zero of all the poses that we do today. Good. Breathe into that. Let's inhale together. Open up the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, place the hands. Hop or step back to plank. If you're hopping, arms are bent. Look forward. Roll the chest up and out of the hips. Let's linger in this upward dog here. Rotate the hands externally. Pull up through the forearms and reach that heart forward. Shoulders back. Lengthen the hips to the floor. They're not touching the floor in this version. Tops of the feet are down. Kneecaps are lifted. But feel and enjoy and listen in to the back body at the diaphragm and the coming into this back bend, just lengthening the spine. Good. Drop the knees. Come back into the child's pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Take what you need. Heel toe the feet alternately. Good. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, drop the heels to the right. Side plank, Hashimotonasana here. Left arm lifts. Pull those hips up. Strengthen that bottom leg. Those of you who want to take tree pose in here, sometimes I find tree is even easier. And just press up. Last breath. And exhale, take the vinyasa here. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the heels to the left. Open up the arm. Inhale, find your center. Squeeze that left side body towards the left heel. And lift those hips. Like a marionette pulling a string up. Take tree, if that's in your practice. Make sure the foot's not on the knee, and then press those hips up. Exhale, drop the right hand, plank. Knees just chin or chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Then inhale the right leg back. Sweep it forward to the right wrist. Let's take warrior one on the right side. Plant that back heel. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Remember at the beginning of class, we used our navel center down on the mat, and then we opened our arms. So use that same principle. Can you bend that right knee a little more and ground in that left heel? So this is a lot, different things, but be with the paradox, be with the contrast, the asymmetry, embrace it. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Heel toe the right foot in. So get that line up of the heel to the back arch. Reach the arms away as you look over that third finger. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, pinwheel the arms, take a vinyasa here. Once in down dog, find your center. Locate that core and deepen the navel center. Inhale, lift the left leg. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Warrior one on the left side. As you find your footing, ground into that back heel, bend the left knee, and then let's open the arms to the left. So my right arm is pointing over my toes, my left toes, reaching forward with my right arm. Left arm comes like a 45-degree angle back behind you. And then core, core, core. Let's pull the abdomen in, rotate that right hip, right navel center. Can you bend that left knee even more, but not arch the back? Simply elongate the low back to ground into that right heel. So if you're doing this right, you're sweating bullets. That's what twists do. They detox. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Reach the arms away. Roll those shoulders down. Look at the third finger. Bend into that knee. Sweep the right leg under. Let's reverse it. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. Take your vinyasa here. Coming back into down dog. Couple breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, down. So when we're moving through our vinyasas and we're doing our breath, in our breath, make sure you fully let the movement be guided by the breath. So in yoga, it's asana first. I'm sorry, it's the opposite. In yoga, it's the breath first. The asana becomes what the breath makes of it. So we are always in our breath. So at that full inhale, we're completely feeling our essence rising, opening into the fullness of who we are. So let's take that idea mentally of the breath as the base into this next flow. Coming into our chair pose, heel toe, feet together. Inhale, sit back, reach the arms forward, quads in. Squeeze the quads. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Same with exhales. Come to halfway. And take your exhale all the way to your Chaturanga. So fully empty the breath with the exhale. Fully inhale. Your up dog. And exhale to down dog. Good. Inhale the right leg back. Sweep it forward to the right wrist. Warrior two. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, right elbow on right knee. Pull that right hip under towards the left heel. Sweep that arm by the head. And for those of you who want to try a little deeper, slide the hand down to touch the ankle, grab the ankle, and continue to rotate the chest. And even more, if you want to reach the floor, try bringing those fingertips to face the back of the mat as you come into your side angle. That's going to help to open that front of the shoulder more. Good. Exhale. Sweep the arm across the face, straighten the right leg. Let's come into triangle. Lengthen, right hip back. Pull the low ribs in. Heavy left leg, heavy back leg. Good. Inhale, hand on the hip as you bend the right knee, coming into half moon. Raise that left leg. And again, open the heart. Exhale, warrior three. Bring the arms by the ears. Drop that left hip. Fingertips clasped. Reach that inner left leg back. And then slowly lower the left leg into our crescent pose. Good. Hands to heart center. Let's take a vinyasa. Moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left wrist. Warrior two. Open up the arms. Bend into that left knee. Not letting the knee go past the toes, of course. And then reverse. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, side angle here. Take whatever variation you took on the other side. Always sweeping that left hip under and back towards the right heel. Maybe you slide your hand to grab the ankle, still rotating the chest open. Maybe your hand's on the ground and you flip your hands so the fingertips are going towards the back of the mat. Just experiment. What I want you to concentrate on is that rotation of the chest. Side, body, engaged. Drop the right hand across the face. Sweep it up to triangle. Left leg lengthens. Tuck the tail. Engage that back leg. And use the breath to fully embody this triangle. Bring the right hand to the hip, bend the left knee on your inhale, pop up to half moon. And the left hand can come outside the pinky toe as you open the chest, with the ultimate goal of being without the floor, just our standing leg. So we're going to go there in a second. Reach the right leg long. Exhale, warrior three. Drop the right hip. Sweep the arms by the ears in a clasp. Warrior three here. Inner thigh rolls back. Lift and lengthen the core. And then use your core to gently reach the right leg back, back, back to a crescent. Arms next to the ears. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a vinyasa. Good. Inhale, right leg back. Sweep it forward to the right wrist. Left heel down, side angle here. Left arm comes by the ear, rotate the chest, we just did this. But now, I want us to walk that right hand back a little further underneath the hamstring. And then you can come into your bind. Left arm bends at the waist. Right bicep rolls towards the hamstring. And then you can take some fingers or a wrist. Right hand grabbing left wrist or right hand clasping the fingers. Or if you're still in side angle, just take it to a deeper place. Either hand on the floor, or walking that shoulder more under and next to the right hamstring. Okay? Good. Exhale. Let's come into lizard pose. Pop that left heel up and walk the hands out to the left side of your mat. Drop the head. And fire up that core, tailbone back. Good. And inhale. Take a vinyasa here. Heel toe out your downward dog. Open the back body. Open the back of the heart. Inhale, take your left leg back. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Right heel down. Keep the left hand down. As you rotate open, bring the right bicep by the ear. So you can grab that ankle, go into your deeper place, and then as you find that hamstring and that strength, crunch the body further towards the glutes, towards the heel. Walk that hand underneath. Maybe you take the bind. Right elbow bends behind the waist. And then left bicep is rolling under. Thumb side leading. And we're finding fingertips, wrists, the left hand grabbing the right wrist. A couple more breaths here. Whatever is your edge, go to it so that you feel in charge of your breath, but also challenging yourself. And release. Exhale. Sweep that, or pop the right heel up. We'll spend a moment here in lizard, walking those hands out, reaching sits bones back, heel back. Hands come between the biceps, core is engaged. And then exhale. Let's find our vinyasa. Good. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet wide. And walk the hands back to the feet. Peace fingers around big toe. Exhale, forward fold here. Widen the sits bones and reach them towards the ceiling. Elbows wide, shoulders up the back. Last breath. Exhale. Bring the toes wider than your mat, heels in. And then exhale, drop the hips. Elbows touch the inner knees. And coming into Malasana here. So elbows and knees are pressing into each other. This should be a nice release for the groin and tailbone. I've already felt a bunch of bones cracking, releasing. So the harder you press between your elbow and knee, the more safe and the more dynamic this pose will be. Good. And exhale, lift the hips, drop the head. Walk the feet in to touch. And actually the heels are in the, heels touch, toes pointing out. And then drop the hips, lifting the heels slightly. And then bring those hands behind the heels. Pull everything in and back, tuck the chin. Whoop. Here, you might want to, I just made a mistake. Walk those feet together as much as you can, but the heels are definitely touching. And then come into your cat with the back. Feel that nice stretch over the low back. Good. And inhale, come onto your tippy toes, place the hands on the mat, squeeze the knees into the upper shoulders, outer shoulders, triceps, and come forward, come into your crow. Kind of tip your weight towards your wrists. And bring the weight on top of the upper shoulders. So we've been building up to and practicing crow. So what I like to recommend is to be playful. Start easy. Just getting brave to come forward enough and know that you're going to have control. Know you're not going to smash your face. I mean, you have to try really hard to do that. Just gently bring that weight into the steadiness of the forearms. Lift one toe, lift the other toe. Core in and up, and you've got it. And from here, the inner elbow The inner bicep are rotating forward. And we're getting even higher. So, good. Let's come to seated and bring your strap or blanket with you. Let's come onto our backs. And pull the knees in, rock side to side. Take the outer edges of the heels and come into your happy baby. Extending one leg and then the other. Good. And then inhale, bring the knees together, rock forward, come into cobbler's pose. Knees wide. Open the feet like a book. Pull those ankles in. And lift the chest. So just like a cobbler places their shoe in between the feet, so are we in sort of our day-to-day, hammering away at our careers, our goals. Drop the knees. Come a little more forward. I love the image of a cobbler as being humble, dedicated, loyal. Good. And then inhale. Pull the knees in, and let's bring both feet forward. And we're going to try a variation of a bound Hashimotonasana. So have your strap. For those who are not habituated to this, have a strap, have a block, just in case. And I'll demonstrate on the left side. So bend the left knee and bring that. First we can start by cradling the left foot. So bring the knee into the crook, bring the arch of your foot into the other crook of your arm, and just rock back and forth. Nice outer hip stretch. And then keep the right elbow crooked. Drop the left so that the knee comes down. And then pull the outer foot towards you, bringing the heel to touch your belly button. If this isn't available, don't worry, we have options. You can always bring the foot inside of a normal Shavasana, but I want us to try just pulling that heel in, and then bringing the top of the foot into that space in front of our hip, like that kind of inner groin, top of the thigh space. From here, if your knee is doing weird things, you can put a block underneath your knee or start to work the inner calf long. And then with the strap here, those of you who have the bind and want to take that left elbow around the waist and grab the toes to come forward over your right thigh, go ahead. Those of you who want to enjoy this from a different way with a strap, you can bring the strap to the top of the foot over the big toe mound, and then drape the strap outside the hip so that that left hand can grab the strap. And then coming forward. So both ways that we're doing this, squeeze the right leg long, inner thigh down, and then use that left heel, which is in our groin crease, to come forward a little bit more, almost like using the heel as a bolster to lengthen the front body. Open up that left hip back, lengthen the chest, reach from the heart. Remember our work last week where we literally reached the whole spinal column through the chest, and coming out of the hips, lifting it from that heart center. Just feels more like on the back body. Beautiful. Take the last breath here. And exhale, gently come up. Undo the strap. Lift the left heel and bring that left knee in as sort of a happy baby on the left side. And then exhale, switch sides. Lengthen out the heels, bring that right heel in, and then let's cradle the knee in and the foot in both elbows. And pull the leg in, maybe swing side to side, but feel that outer hip stretch. And feel that low back stretch even, which is really nice. And then drop the right elbow and pull that heel into the navel, bringing the top of the foot inside the groin crease and dropping that right knee. So the block can come to support the right knee if you're feeling some inner knee issues, or you can kind of work with some of that resistance, digging the heel into the navel, lengthening the inner toe mound away from the knee, and then take your strap, if you have it on the other side, squeeze the left leg down and out, and then find your wrap. So for those taking the bind, the right, we're going to twist over that right thigh to take the grab, and then left hand's going to come outside the left foot. For those who want to do the strap version, you're still twisting over to the right, but you have a little extra give with the strap, which is over the top of the ball of the foot, where the toes curl up, and grab from there. So both ways, the right inner thigh is moving down, right hip is moving back, left inner thigh is moving down, squeezing the left quad to create some resistance as you lift the chest out, coming up and over the right leg. Both legs, up and over the heel, and then over that left thigh. So find a sense of peace and stillness, and gentleness, compassion towards yourself. Making our way to the more restorative part of our practice. Last couple breaths. Inhale, gently come up. Release the strap if you had it. Bring that foot up, coming into half happy baby on the right side. Pulling that outer heel in towards the right armpit. Good. And exhale. If you have a block, or even maybe 2 blocks, or like a big dictionary or something, come to a straddle, and can be a wide straddle, can be a narrow straddle, and just make sure your toes are pointing straight up so they're not kind of flopping out to the side, and they're not, too forward in. And then take the blocks and stack them on top of one another. You can bring it to the second highest or highest height, the lowest height, or just use one block if you're a little bit more flexible. And come to a forward fold here, bringing the forehead onto the block and the forearms resting, palms face up. I'm just sinking the hips here. This is such a nice counter pose to computer and Zooms and all the forward thinking, critical thinking stuff that comes at us, comes to our third eye. So this is like giving a restorative rest to that part and going within. Making any adjustments that you need as you settle into this pose, maybe going a little bit deeper or pushing the block further away. As the spine starts to unfurl. And following the breath here. And if the eyes are not closed already, close the eyes. Soften the jaw and neck. Soften the heart. I'm sinking a little bit deeper for a couple more breaths. Good. And let your next exhale slowly come up. Bringing the hands inside the knees and pulling the knees in to bend the legs. And then coming onto your back, let's make our way to Shavasana. As you come onto your back, letting the legs be soft, maybe taking any postures that help you ease into your Shavasana, whether that's happy baby or hugging the knees, letting the legs fall to the side for some moments and switching sides. Until you find a place of stillness, inner peace. Rolling the shoulders underneath the chest. And beginning to sink in, receding the senses, relaxing the back of the head, the jaw, the neck, the heart, all these places where we tend to store tension, store emotions that we're feeling. Just give yourself a nice tenderness as you come into a deeper inner space. Letting the breath ebb and flow like ocean, lake, the moon and the sun, cycles and seasons. Falling into that flow. Bringing that compassion into our heart center. And letting it flow everywhere in our body. That compassion that we give ourselves and give others. Slowing down. And I invite you to stay in this pose for a few minutes longer. For those ready to taking deep breaths, gently, gently come out of the pose onto your side. Pressing yourself up to seated. Bring the hands to heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a blessed day. Happy holidays. And I'll see you next week. Namaste.